Hello again, welcome to the Football Spy Show, sponsored by our friends at the Car Giant Renault. You join us talking to our chief football writer, Martin Lipton, who was at tonight's game between Swansea and Chelsea. And the big breaking news from that match is that the £7 million signing for Chelsea, Gary Cahill, does not play tonight. And Martin's got very strong views on that. Martin, good evening.
Yes, Darren, I'm amazed actually. It means that he's putting faith in Bazingwa, who we know is no good, let's be honest, at right back, playing Ivanovic alongside Luiz. Now, he's looked at Cahill for 2 weeks. He didn't have him on the bench at Norwich at all, didn't use him at QPR, not using him from the start tonight. When is he going to play Gary Cahill? He spent £7 million on a player.
Yeah, well, we've lost Martin for a second here, but I can tell you, Martin, you were saying he spent £7 million on a player coveted by other clubs, and now he isn't playing him.
It seems bonkers to me, Darren. I don't understand the logic in paying that amount of money for a centre-half, an international centre-half, who's gone to Chelsea to play first-team football, to play Champions League football, to get into the England squad for the Euros, who's not getting a game. He'd have been better off going to Spurs.
Martin, tell us what possible reasons there could be for Gary Cahill not playing tonight.
I didn't hear what you said there, Darren. I'm afraid I lost that entirely.
That's okay. Tell us what reasons there could be for Gary Cahill not playing tonight against Swansea.
Well, one only has to assume that he still feels he needs to adapt to the way Chelsea play, the way that Villas-Boas wants to defend. Looking at the players he's got out there, we've got to assume it's going to be the higher line, the much discussed higher line, which hasn't worked throughout the season. But I have to say, it's hard to justify from an outside perspective not playing a player when you spend this much money on him.
Yeah, we've lost Martin's pictures there, but we're going to stay with you, Martin, because how do you rate Chelsea's chances against a team that have such a good record defensively in the Premier League this season?
Sorry again, I'm struggling to hear you.
That's okay, Martin. A lot of atmosphere building at the Liberty Stadium. I was saying, how do you rate Chelsea's chances against a side with such a good defensive record so far this season?
When I look at Chelsea, and again, I'm not entirely sure what the question is. When I look at Chelsea, I wonder what their thoughts and plans are. I look at Villas-Boas and wonder what he's trying to introduce to this Chelsea side. I look at a club that's posted losses of £67 million a game. That it just seems to be hemorrhaging money. That's now again, having given these promises today from the chairman about not wasting money, spending money on a player that the manager doesn't seem to want. But we know from what he said on Friday that he doesn't think Kevin De Bruyne, who they spent another £7 million on, is good enough for the first team. Certainly not this season, probably not next season. It's a very, very strange way to run a football club.
Just a last question on Cahill. He obviously was undecided about coming to Chelsea precisely because he didn't feel that he would get the chance to play regular first-team football. What do you think might be going through his mind now?
When you look at Cahill, you assume that he was coming for a reason. You assume that he knew he was going to play. Why else would you swap Chelsea as the one to go to when there are other options available? We know that Liverpool are interested, he'd have played. We know that Spurs are interested, he'd have played. We know that United were interested, and given their current injury crisis, he would have played. So why would he go to a club unless he's given promises and guarantees that are not being borne out? It seems a remarkable state of affairs. I'm sure he's quite angry the way he's being treated. He won't say anything, he can't, he just signed the deal. But I just can't work out what the thought process is. It will become clear in time, I'm sure. It would be nice to see Villas-Boas explain it after the game. But at the moment, it's hard. And if it goes wrong today, people are going to ask questions.
Just with that in mind, Martin, how do you rate Chelsea's chances against the Swansea side who have played so well? And let's not forget, beat Arsenal earlier this month.
Only one side has won here, one away side. That's Manchester United. You know, they draw with Spurs, they've beaten Arsenal, they've kept clean sheets in 6 of their 11 games. It's a tough ask. They're a team that really enjoy playing at home. They feel confident here at the Liberty Stadium. They would expect, talking to the fans on the way here, they expect Swansea to win this. Now, I don't. I think it will be a draw. I think Chelsea might nick it by the odd goal. But there's a very, very confident Swansea side. On the other side, Chelsea, as we know, have kept 4 straight clean sheets. Another clean sheet they get the point. But it's Spurs beat Wigan, a point's not enough. You know, Arsenal could close the gap tomorrow. Chelsea are in a battle for fourth at the moment, let alone third. They're certainly not involved in the fight for first and second. Any points they drop start to look very important. It's going to be a
Martin Lipton, our chief football writer at the Daily Mirror, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Martin Lipton, our chief football writer here at the Daily Mirror at the Liberty Stadium for Swansea's game against Chelsea. Remember to stay in touch with us here on the Football Spy. We will keep you up to date with all of the transfer activity between now and the deadline closing at 11 o'clock. So we'll see you next time.